Three Northern Michigan teams playing for state titles in East Lansing today. Two looking for redemption. One looking to make school history. That one looking to make history, Rogers City softball team. They had been to two finals previously, the last one being in 2004, but came away empty-handed each time. The third time was going to be a charm. They would have to beat defending champion Kalamazoo Christian for a second time this season. Rogers City softball fans out in full force for the D-4 title game. Body paint. Hurons down one, but responding in the third. Sarah Meredith, RBI single to the left. Logan Fleming scores. We are 1-1. Rogers City taking their first lead of the game in the fifth. Alexa Quain connecting. RBI double down the left field line, scores Morgan Hall to make it 2-1 Hurons. Rogers City putting it out of reach in the seventh. Hall drilling one to left. Meredith scoring all the way from first. 3-1. Rogers City ahead, and after that it was all about Nikki Radke. Senior pitcher retired 15 batters in a row at one point. She goes the distance. Rogers City wins their first state title in program history.
Today we knew it was, anybody's game, and we're just happy to get this win. It just means so much for our program and for our girls, and maybe we can start a tradition over here at MSU. They did a great job hosting this tournament. What a fantastic facility we had a ball.
I can't even explain the feeling right now. It's amazing. This has been my goal forever, and to come in my senior year and win it was awesome.
Win number 34 of the season means kissing the state title trophy. Not bad for a team that actually finished second in the North Star League this season. Beal City baseball lost a heartbreaker in last year's D4 final, trying to amend that against New Lothrop today. Ty Rowland on the mound in relief for the Aggies in the third. Cameron Pope going down looking to end the inning. Rowland pitching for the third straight game. Unfortunately showing a little bit of fatigue in the fourth, already down 1-0. Kyle Chappell singling to left. A 2-out RBI scores Ben Murin. Almost runs over the New Lothrop third base coach in the process. Beal City head coach Brad ANTCLIFF immediately coming out to argue, saying that Murin forgot to touch third. However, he was ruled safe. New Lothrop scores 3 in the inning, and that's more than enough for the pitcher Grant Steinborn. He goes a distance, tosses a shutout. Another season for Beal City ends one victory short of the state title. 5-0, New Lothrop, your D4 champs.
I'm proud of my team. Back-to-back state finals. I wish we could have got one today, but we didn't. I feel bad for my seniors. I didn't get them a state championship, and that was my job. And I have to do what I can to get them a state championship, and I feel bad for those guys. Wasn't in the cards today.
These seniors certainly played on some big stages, though, in their career, making it to 2 football state finals and 2 baseball state finals. Unfortunately, going 0 for 4 in those games, but I'm sure plenty of teams would take that run. Oilers trying to make up for lost time in the Division II title game against Richmond. They used to be staples here, but have been gone for the last 2 years. Mount Pleasant threatening in the bottom of the first. Runners at the corner. Zachary Hickey, son of CMU AD Dave Hickey, sends a fly ball to the right. Plenty deep to score Robert Backus from third. 1-0 Mount Pleasant. More Oilers in the third. Dean Murray, he's been on a tear this postseason. Down the line, Hickey goes to third. He would actually later score on a balk. 2 batters later, Hunter Bushkowski serving it back up the middle. Murray scores 4-0 Oilers after 3, and that would be plenty of run support for Aaron LEASHER. He goes distance, allows just 4 hits. Mount Pleasant wins their first state title since 2007. Jared Smith talking to an Oiler coach who is celebrating and reflecting this Father's Day weekend.
Redemption. It's been the rallying cry for Mount Pleasant baseball all season long. Losing a lead late in last year's state quarters to Chip Hills, it certainly fueled the Oilers' fire, but perhaps the final push towards a state title came from above. Joe Epple, the father of current head coach Luke Epple, passed the program down to his son 2 decades ago, and today marks the first time Mount Pleasant's won it all since Joe passed away from bone marrow cancer in 2009.
He really handed this thing over to us, and he had it well established, and we're just trying to keep it going. But he definitely lived this game and did it for the kids. He did it for the right reasons, and that's why these kids respect him. Their parents who played for him respect him, and they don't want his memory to die, and that's why it keeps going. And it won't die with me, but he's in a better place now.
I never met him, but I know that he helped our coach out a lot, and it's just a great feeling knowing that he fought for us in this baseball program, and we can return him with something like that. It's a great feeling.
So a heavenly win by the Oilers to start the day off strong for our local teams. However, Beal City, they were bedeviled by New Lothrop. The Aggies now finish as runners-up for the second straight season. Finally, the nightcap here on the softball diamond, Rogers City making history, their first ever state title in softball. So not a bad day for Northern Michigan. 2 championships, a whole lot of memories. However, that concludes our high school athletic coverage for the 2013-14 academic year. It goes by quick, right? We'll see you back in the fall for another season of Sports Overtime. I promise it'll be here before you know it. But until then, in East Lansing, Jared Smith for Northern Michigan Sports Leader.